Neighbour they'll never forget. Now, the glamorous Joan Collins was already a Hollywood star before becoming even more famous in the 1980s for her shoulder pads and on-screen catfights. Now the actress, who was born in Paddington, is back in the capital for a one-woman show in which she shares some of her personal stories of her life and career. Our entertainment correspondent Brenda O'Manus has been speaking to her.
Just ask him about our early years together. Or has he had a slip of the tongue occasionally and let a few choice tidbits slip out?
During the 80s, millions tuned in for their weekly dose of those catfights on the hit TV series Dynasty. These were usually provoked by the scheming Alexis Carrington-Colby, the role made famous by Joan Collins. Now the actress hosts a one-woman show, taking audiences through celebrated highs and much publicised lows of her career.
I really think that doing this show has brought me into contact with lots of people who knew me only as Alexis, and they see a whole different side, and they also see that, that is not the only thing that I ever worked in. I mean, there's Star Trek and Mission Impossible and Starsky and Hutch and loads of other things.
Joan's glamorous style, engaging wit and frankness all form part of the show, telling us firsthand about her failed marriages, how she lost the role of Cleopatra to Elizabeth Taylor, and her court dramas.
Be strong, be assertive, just become Alexis.
Do you have any sympathy for today's actresses? Do you think it's quite more challenging now being an actress? Do you think that people are far more judgmental?
Oh yes, I think it's very hard. I think you can't do anything today without it being on Twitter or Facebook or somewhere. Even if you say the mildest things, somehow or another something will be picked up and you'll be attacked or praised or something. So I think that actors today have to be much more careful than they used to be.
Joan juggles acting, writing and charity work, living and loving life.
I think it's an attitude. I mean, I'm very lucky I have a wonderful husband. But Brenda, I've had my share of hard knocks. But, who said that life was a bowl of cherries? It's a bowl of cherry pits.
Joan shares more words of wisdom, stories and secrets at the Leicester Square Theatre from Friday. Brenda O'Manus, BBC London News.
Did you see the vicious cat fight in there? Makes us look quite placid, I think.
Let's not go there, we never get like that.
No.
You know that. Right. I better do the weather. Yeah. Right, some very